What's up, y'all? It's me, Chris, back here with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the privilege of complaining. But before we get into that discussion, I'm coming to y'all with a new do. Got a new do, now I need a new boo. So it's very popular for a lot of black girls, black women, especially in the summertime or when traveling to get your hair braided because of the conveniency that it is. So I decided to follow trend. This is the style that I wore when I went to London and Europe. So this was quick and easy. I just brought my do-rag and a small container of coconut oil, and I was good to go. Didn't even have to think about style. I didn't even have to think about like any brushes or sponge brushes to style my hair. I did have a few hair ties, and to style it different ways so I could change it up. You guys can check out my Instagram at Chris B Known to see those pictures of London and Rome, and also how I decided to wear my hair differently on the different days of the trip. Man, the sunlight, the clouds are being against me right now. I'm sure you could tell it just got darker in the video. It's cool. That's what we rolling with. My black still shines in the dark, so I know y'all see me. So this is a hairstyle I'm rocking with. Very low maintenance, just something I want to try new. I've been growing on my hair. You guys know in my previous videos, I will link them in the back. I've talked about my hair routine and also just some hair hate I've had in my hair journey. And it's been about a year and a half now, so I decided that it was time for a change. Yes, the sun's coming back. The sun's coming back. Come on. Come on. There we go. Ooh. Now you don't see me. See what happens. See what happens when the sun. I don't know what accent that is. I'm not even gonna do an accent. All right, let's get into the topic of today's video. So, I was sitting here yesterday and today writing notes for a YouTube video I have coming up called "Why Black Women Can't Be Free." And I was sitting there taking notes and just having a really hard time with like connecting my 2 points and just feeling like, damn, I feel like I'm not doing enough work. Like I consume a lot of black women YouTubers, and they have a huge following on their channel, which also means that they've been doing this YouTube stuff for way longer than me. So sometimes I get really intimidated and discouraged because I see how well they're doing with their channels, and not even the matter from a numbers perspective, but just literally the content that they're putting on. Like every time they post a video, I want to watch it. Every single time they post it, I want to watch all the way through. I'm captivated by what they're speaking on and the way that they deliver it and the way that they package themselves in these four squares. Like I'm tuned in, and I'm just having, and as I was taking notes, I was just having a lot of insecurities of like, damn, am I doing enough? Is this all like making sense? Like, is this something that like people want to tune in to me every single week, every other day? Like, is this the type of content that I want to like push forward? And so I was gonna make a video about my insecurities on being a YouTuber, but then I was like, man, what a privilege it would be to even get on camera to talk about my insecurities. Like that's such a privilege to quote unquote complain. And so that's where I got the idea of this video from. That's what we're going to talk about briefly in this video. That taking care of your mental health is such a privilege. Like I know for sure that we all see it on the broad scale of things of like therapy, of course, that being like a very privileged thing to have access to, and that we all should be seeing some type of therapist or having some type of unbiased opinion on our life and our experiences to help us navigate through, right? Like we all understand that that's something that is necessity to our survival and to our existence. But I think on like smaller scales, on like smaller ideologies, like we forget that we can like take care of ourselves by getting a massage, or being able to go to the nail salon, or getting your hair done, or going for a walk, or being able to talk to a coworker, you know, even having time just to stop and think of like to stop and think, like that's a privilege. Like me sitting down here right now, turning on my camera and filming this is a privilege. Some people literally don't have the time in their day to stop and think about like what are they insecure about. Like capitalism is literally such a monster that people have their heads down and are in this like tunnel vision, and they don't have time to think about like what if this is not happening or what if this is going on. Like they just have to go. And I thought to myself, like, damn, like, also I just want to preface this conversation by saying that like this is not being preachy to anyone. This is really just me having a dialogue and filming it and posting it because maybe some people can relate to this. If this does not relate to you, cool. I hope you enjoyed the melanin that I provided for you on your screen today. I got you. But what if this does ring true to people? I just wanted to talk about it on camera and post a video. But like, there's people who literally don't have the time to process their feelings. There's people who are so, like I said, so bogged down by school. There's work, there's children, there's projects, there's careers. You've heard it time and time before. I was just watching a YouTuber that I just started following, is As Told by Kenya. She's a recent college graduate on her way to law school. She posts a lot of kind of like opinionated videos, just talking about like a lot of YouTube content and all the stuff that's going on YouTube, and also just about like social issues about like black women and black queer people and just the societal systems that we all have to participate in. And in the video she was talking about like what her college routine was of going to school from 8:30 to 3, having to leave school, get dressed in her car, go to CVS and work from 4 p.m. to 11, then go home and find some way to eat, some time to eat, still do homework, film a YouTube video. Like some people don't have time to like process like the what ifs or the am I doing this correctly. They just have to go. There's people who literally work 2 jobs in a day. Like they leave their house at like 5 in the morning. They do one job till 1 p.m. They do the next job from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. They go home and get home 10:30 and 11. And y'all know now with gentrification that barely anyone is living and working in the same city. So it's going to take an hour to get home. You get home at 11:30. It's time to go to bed and do it all over again. You got to wake up at 4 o'clock the next morning. Like, so I just thought that like for me, assessing all of this was that, damn, really, for me. And that's why I said this is a conversation. Now these are just me putting my thoughts out into the universe. This is not to sound preachy to anyone. At the end of the day, I just need to put my head down and put in the work. I mean, if you ever wonder like why people are successful in your eyes, or what you deem to be as successful in relations to your life or your career and your aspirations, is really because people are just putting in the work. Whether that work is nepotism, whether that work is networking, whether that work is doing the research, whether that work is, you know, being consistent, like people are putting in work. People are literally working. And I think for me is that I need to stop thinking about all the other stuff outside of these four corners that I really enjoy doing and talking to the camera and posting my stuff online. Is that I just need to do the work. I need to put down my head and do my work. And really only think of these YouTubers that I really look up to and admire as just something that's inspiration. And of course, I should also get out of my head that like, duh, these people literally had 0 subscribers at one point. Like people start YouTube channels with like no followers. So like especially black people, we don't have a lot of that like social capital and privilege and access to lots of people to already like start a YouTube channel with thousands of followers. Like you saw that Lori Loughlin, her daughter Olivia Jade, she had a YouTube channel. Like people like her, like she has a celebrity mom, she's around a lot of wealth, a lot of access and networking people. She can get a large following very easy. So I really should be looking at these black women that I really look to and aspire to on YouTube as just some form of inspiration and not like this benchmark of like that I couldn't achieve that, because it's very much achievable at the end of the day. Like I said, it's just putting in the work for me, and the fact that like there's such a privilege in being able to complain. And I think that um, when I even say complain, that's the word that I'm using right now for the sake of the video, but we could use just the idea to be able to sit there and break down like your thoughts and kind of like have critical thought. Like there's such a privilege in being able to critically think, like outside of the things that you've been taught, outside of things that you know. And there's nothing wrong with having access to that said privilege, but I think a lot of us think of like mental health as just only being like therapy, going to a room and talking to somebody you don't know, when like there's so much access to therapeutic things that we have, like being able to cut on a camera and post a video about it to YouTube. Like I'm going to feel better when I'm done talking with this. Like I'll feel like I'll have something accomplished. I'll have a video online soon. But there's other ways that we have access to taking care of ourselves that is such a privilege that you don't even think outside of the fact just because you don't have therapy. And that's what just I just wanted to sit here and remind myself of, like, damn fool, you hella privileged. You hella fucking privileged right now. Like, there's people who don't have time. I'm in between looking for jobs right now, and there's some people who don't have time to cut on a camera and film a YouTube video. I am in a privileged spot where I'm looking for work, but I also have time to cut on the camera and do this and talk to YouTube and research and write notes and do things that I enjoy outside of making money, because we all know money runs this world and capitalism will be the death of us all. But that's a whole nother topic that I don't have time to break down and dissect. But I just want to come on here and talk to you. Hopefully it doesn't sound like rambling. If it does, listen, there's a lot of rambler YouTubers. I can do a ramble video from here to here from time to time. So that's pretty much all I have on today's discussion. I would love to hear what you guys think in the comments below. What are some of your insecurities? Do you think that there is a privilege to complaining? What things do you do to take care of yourself? Have you ever gone to therapy, and what are your thoughts about it? I would love to hear. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel. We out here moving, we out here posting content. Support a brother, I'm out here. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.